Well, in the world, Bo, it's your boy Big Low Country. I hope that everybody out there's doing good today. For everybody out there who don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that loves to sit around and talk about sports, man. So look, we got a we got a very interesting show for you tonight. So we have a huge announcement to make. And I got some news for you that's going to benefit you this whole football season, not just in Atlanta, but worldwide. This is going to change your whole football experience. But we know how we do. We got to make sure that we show love to everybody who's showing love to us. John Brooks, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? You already know. Go Falcons. What's going on, Napier? Be tucking. Much love to you, my brother. Definitely, man. So you ready to watch some Falcons? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Edward, what in the world, Bo? What's going on? Red Swarm. Definitely. Red and black. Tailgate party committee. You already know what time it is, man. You already know what time it is. False Start Falcon, everybody else is coming on to chill out with us. So we got a few things to talk about tonight, coaches. So, we're going to be talking about training camp, right? We're going to talk about how um, especially in that nose tackle position, how we're going to be hurting a little bit. We're going to be talking about who's shining, and who ain't looking so hot, because that's definitely the cases on both sides of the spectrum. And we have a very very special surprise. One of my homeboys, he's actually going to join the show, let you know how you can enjoy your football experience to a whole nother level. Something that I never thought was I didn't think it would be possible. But definitely, man, definitely. Young Kang, what's going on with you, man? Said let's get this season underway. You already know. You already know. JJ the Great. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know the old coach. I didn't make it to training camp on Saturday. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you now. I ain't make it. But I had a lot of good eyes out there. One time for the fan was out there. Shouts out to my homeboys, Jack Spade, um, Twisted Torch, pound for pound, and they gave me a lot of great information. The Falcoholic, old Kevin Knight, and everybody else, they gave me a lot of good information, and we're gonna chop that up, moving forward. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I don't know if it's because I'm so excited to to bring this guy on, but I need to bring him on, man. So without further ado, let me go ahead because I know he got things to do. He a busy man. Without further ado, let's bring on Tommy.
What's
So
happening?
what's going on with you, my brother?
I can't call it. I might spoil it.
So coach and staff, y'all make sure that y'all give Mr. Lee Thomas a very warm welcome, a warm moonshine warm welcome, because he's actually the director for the tailgate party committee. And Lee, if you could you
Mhm.
just kind of explain to everybody what the tailgate party could, because it's like you say it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it don't kind of encompass what it is.
All right. So basically, tailgate party committee is a place where we sell experience, right? I know
Okay.
there's a lot of people that have different groups, different organizations, different cliques, and all these different things. But we are not really into that type of stuff. We into everything that involves the committee, far as if you have a small business, a big business, if you have a group, or if you have a clique, if you have any organization that deals with football or business or anything kind of like orientated around that, you are welcome to join the committee at any time. We do travel. We are not local. I call it regional for right now. You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
we started out with a 10 by 10 tent. Matter of fact, let me go back a little bit because I was going to tell this story so everybody can understand where I came from.
Okay.
I started in Miami on the beach. I'm sitting
Great
around,
place
I'm
to
asking
start.
all the locals. I'm like, yo, you guys are not tailgating for the Dolphins and XYZ? Like, no, bro, we got South Beach in our backyard. What we need to tailgate for? I was like, damn, that's a good point. Okay, cool. So me being from Columbus, Georgia, country boy, I was like, man, when I move back to Atlanta, I'm going to every game. I'm tailgating every game. The HBCUs, the college football, the Georgia, Florida, Alabama's, all this good stuff. I'm tailgating everything. So that same year I moved back, Falcons went to the Super Bowl, which was crazy to me. I'm like, man, okay. But first, it was just I was doing it for the love of the game, the sport, because I love my team, red and black. The next year, Georgia goes to the national championship. I'm like, wait a minute. So I say it's a blessing and it's luck at the same time. What's the odds of both of your teams going to the national championship in the Super Bowl, even though we lost both of them? Anyway, the next year, the Falcons, the Atlanta ended up hosting the Super Bowl. I was like, this is crazy. Okay, so I started to establish some kind of organization in what I was doing. So I kind of did my research on, Super Bowls, national championships, XYZ, the high profileness of the games, which games are the big games. The very next year, which was so ironic, the Super Bowl went to Miami after Atlanta. So I was like, well, damn, I just was there. Bro, it's not you. It get crazier than that. So I ended up getting married in Tampa.
Okay.
So you know what happened last year? Tampa hosted the
Tampa.
Super Bowl. Right. I was like, this trifecta is crazy. So I just started doing some research, man, and started diving into this tailgate stuff. And just growing up, I've been in hospitality for a while, with hotels. I've been in the music industry. I work for Amazon. I work for the pizza shop. I work for O'Reilly. I work for everybody. So I just pretty much took all my experiences and just put them into this tailgate party committee thing, man, and just started traveling around the country with it. And the rest is history. That's just a short story right there,
Okay. So let me ask you this right here. So, because and I'm sure we're gonna go over the schedule a little bit later. Because Cartier, he says, is it gonna be ribs there? If so, I'm there. Now, can you explain to everybody? Because it's kind of like you told me. There's a tailgate. That's what people think a tailgate is, and then there's the tailgate.
The tailgate party committee. Yeah.
Yes. So, explain to them what the experience is.
All right, so the experience is we make it convenient for you, right? All you got to do is bring your lawn chair. If you're going into the game, we'll provide a chair for you, right? Our biggest thing is conveniency. So not only do we have the ribs and the burgers and the sausage and the fourth quarter fried fish, what I call it, all the beverages you can imagine. Of course, it's open bar. It's all you can eat and drink. Not to mention, we have, for the ladies, the luxury bathroom. I know some of them frown upon that porta potty, so we bring out the luxury bathroom, which is the modified trailer.
Oh man, that's pretty cool right there.
I know. Cigars are a hot commodity right now, so we got a little mini cigar lounge. All right. Also, for the ladies, we got the mobile hookah lounge. So we got all these different people. They're vendors. They're small business people that have their own business that brings their business to the tailgate party committee and makes the experience even better. Not to mention, we have different vendors that might have different businesses. You might be a barber. You might be a real estate agent. You might be a car dealership. Whatever your business is, you're welcome at the tailgate party committee because you're dealing with hundreds of people at each event. You never know who's looking for a house, who's looking for a car, who might need to edge up right quick, or whatever. Who's looking for a babysitter. Whatever your business is, bring your commercialized tent, put your tent up. We're going to set you up as a vendor and promote your business. And we travel around the country just like that's what the committee is basically about. All right. Of course, the game is on the big screen, which is the LED video wall we have. Another story. I invested into these TVs, 18, 65-inch TVs, 85-inch, these big jumbo TVs. But when the sun comes out, those TVs don't work for damn.
You can't see them as well.
You can't see them, right? So I said, man, what can I do next? Dang, video wall, very pricey, but you can see that thing from a mile away, right? Rain, sleet, or snow. So we ended up having the only tailgate company that I know of that have a video wall. Also, we're known for the inflatable pub, which is a 20-foot high building, inflatable. It's not a bouncy house for kids. It's a bouncy house for adults because what's inside of that bouncy house for adults is the bar. And we have 3 of those.
It's an inflatable pub.
It's an inflatable pub.
So you blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
You go in there to drink.
Yeah. You can go in there to drink. You can go in there to purchase your drinks or whatever. We'll get your drinks. Different tailgates for different reasons. It might be the cigar lounge. It might be the hookah lounge. It might be the cigar, the bar. It might be whatever we want to make it at that time.
Okay.
We might put a
So
hot tub in there.
a
You know what I'm
hot tub
telling
time machine, I'm always down for it, bro.
you?
You
Yeah,
already know what time it is. Now,
yeah.
so now the benefit of this, right, is
Mm-hmm.
that for people who aren't going to the games,
Right,
they could come and they could literally watch the game there, right?
right. See, the trick is my motto is location means everything. So, learning this from doing numerous Super Bowls, you can't tailgate on the NFL grounds during Super Bowl, right? You can't tailgate within 1,000 foot perimeter, right? I
I
learned
didn't
that
know
in
that.
Atlanta. Yeah, I knew that the
Okay.
hard way. Yeah, within 1,000 feet perimeter, you can't tailgate. So outside that 1,000 feet, you're pretty much good. So what I did was I said, you know what? I'm gonna just use that to my advantage everywhere I go, and I'll just work with private lots, throughout my business. So that way, when it's time for a Super Bowl to come, I built these relationships with these different business owners or parking lot people, and I can start doing my events even during Super Bowl time. And
Oh, okay.
so for those that's going into the game or not, it's convenient for both parties.
Okay. That's pretty cool, man. So like so could you kind of go over the schedule
Yeah.
but before I let you go, because I know that you're busy. I just want to introduce
Oh
you to
no,
the
you
coaching
good.
staff and everything. So can you just kind of go over your schedule before you head on out?
Okay. If anybody's online watching or after this, please go to tailgatepartycommittee.com.
Got to,
The
got to.
schedule is on the screen. I don't know if you can see that. It's a glare. Well, anyway, the schedule's on the screen. Anywho, everything is Tailgate Party Committee. The YouTube, the Instagram, the Facebook, the MySpace, the Twitter, the TikTok. Everything is Tailgate Party Committee. All right, so moving forward. The schedule, 9-3, September the 3rd. We have the Georgia Bulldogs come back home and take on the Oregon Ducks.
I'll
It's
be
gonna
there.
it is gonna be crazy. For those that don't know, Georgia did win the national championship. If you're not a Georgia fan, I'm sorry to hear that. We're gonna cheer this thing out for 365 days. It's been
You
40
already know.
plus years.
Yes.
So yeah, screw you, Bama fans. I had to say that. And for the record, Tailgate Party Committee is not biased. I represent every single team. As you know, our colors are pretty much neutral. We're like the referee of the tailgate world. All right. But you will see that red and black everywhere I go. It's just very subliminal. So you know that we red and black. Anyway,
You already know.
all right.
Yeah.
That's 9-3. You already know 9/11 is D-Day.
It's D-Day.
504 versus the 404 on 9/11, our season opener.
That's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
crazy.
it's gonna be crazy. So I think we got 2 away games. I think we got LA and
Seattle.
Seattle. All right. Shout out to my boy Thomas with the Rise Up Tour. He will be out there doing the Rise Up Tour. Oh man, that's a whole nother story. Me and him partner up with different things, man. We got some stuff going on as far as away games. 10-2, Cleveland Browns. We'll be taking on the Cleveland Browns. Unfortunately, we won't be playing against Deshawn Watson, which I wanted to see, but whatever. Then 10-9, October the 9th, we go down to Tampa, beat the hell out of Tampa Bay right quick. Yeah. And we get a week off. Well, actually, I don't get a week off. I go to Jacksonville, Florida. I'm doing my first HBCU, which is Bethune-Cookman taking on Jackson State. So Deion Sanders will be in Duval. That will be pretty big. I will
Okay.
be
I
down there
might have
for
to catch
10,
you. I might have to catch you down there, Lee.
10-15. Yeah, yeah. 10-29. I always go to Jacksonville every year to do the Georgia-Florida game. For those that do not know, if you don't like Georgia or Florida, it don't matter. When you go down here, this is called the world's largest outdoor cocktail party for a reason.
Yes, sir.
They don't have any alcohol laws other than drinking and driving. I
Yep.
literally went into the Waffle House and I had a fifth of Crown, the handle, not a fifth, I had the handle, and set it on the table. I swear to God, I set it on the table, and the officer was sitting right across from me and didn't say a word. And I was like, damn, this really is the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. There's no open bar, no open law, no open cup or what you call it, the open thing.
Open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
open.
Open
Yeah,
container.
I know what I meant. Had a brain fart. Open container. Um, so that'd be Georgia, Florida, 10-29. Not to mention that falls on Thanksgiving, Halloween sometimes too. Moving forward, we have Thursday night game, November 10th. We will be in Carolina for the Panthers. And that following week, I think we have a bye. Yeah, we got a bye after that. But we got a following week, we'll be taking on Chicago. Chicago's coming pretty deep this time. I got like 20 calls from big groups from Chicago coming down. They want us to host their tailgate. But y'all know I gotta show love to the home team first. But
you already
I do have to run a business too, so
understood.
You know how they go.
Understood.
And then every year we do SEC championship. SEC championship, it might be a Georgia, Florida, LSU, Alabama, Auburn. One of those 4 teams might make it.
Yeah.
So that next day, which is that Sunday, is always a Falcons versus one of our rivals. It might be Tampa, Carolina, or the Saints. I think it's going to be Carolina, I think, on that 12-4. I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Yeah. But we always have our rival team right after the SEC championship the very next day.
Mm-hmm.
I go back to Jacksonville to do Dallas Cowboys and the Jags. Cowboys group hired me to come down there and tailgate for them. Moving forward. The Peach Bowl is once again here in Atlanta. That's one of the big semi playoff games. We'll be hosting that as well. And we will be going out west. Big announcement. We are taking our talents out west. We are starting Tailgate Party Committee West. We teamed up with some guys out of Vegas. If you don't know, Vegas is getting the Super Bowl 2024. So
yes, sir.
We will be taking over Vegas no matter who's in the Super Bowl. All right. So we will be in Phoenix February the 13th. And that's pretty much the schedule for right now, unless something changed as far as playoffs or any kind of bowl games concerned.
Okay. Well, shoot, man. Well, look, I'll definitely be letting people know, as we go through the season, what the Tailgate Party Committee schedule is. I'm proud to say that I'm a part of the Tailgate Party Committee, and we're going to be having a good time this year, my brother.
Listen, I'm calling out all my Falcon fans. Listen, I'm very adamant about this. We roll out the red carpet at home because this is the home base. This is where we started. And I set up the stage. I set up this Jumbotron, these inflatable pubs, all this stuff right in front of the stadium. And our fan base is, and everybody shows up other than us. And I'm kind of irritated a little bit about this. So I'm calling all my Falcon fans. If we win, lose, or draw, y'all come out and support. Not even just me. Just come out and support just the team itself. I'm in some of these groups. And I posted the other day, I think a meme about the Saints getting eliminated already from the playoffs, right? I said, they're already eliminated already from the playoffs. And then some Falcon fans was like, well, we're going to get eliminated too. I'm like, who the hell thinks like that?
Hold on, nah. It's 0-0 right now. So
right. I'm like, who tells their team? It's crazy to me, man, how we think and how we talk. I'm thinking maybe some of these guys are featherweight fans or whatever, but
man,
all my red and black, all my dirty birds, y'all come out this year and support, man. We got a brand fresh new team, coach, receivers, quarterback. I don't want to hear nothing about Matt Ryan, Julio, none of that stuff. Them guys are here. Salute to those guys that came and helped us out.
That's it.
But we moving forward now. Come out and support these new guys, man, and
that's it.
Hopefully get us back to the ship.
You already know, bro. Well, look, I definitely appreciate you coming on, my brother. And if I'm not mistaken, admission is $50, or is it per game basis? They have to check it per game.
Yeah, admission is $50, all inclusive. It might be $60, $50. I know it's an inflation out there, so prices have gone up a little bit. Okay. But you will get premium service, man. I'm not giving you hamburgers and chips. You're gonna get a spread. If you don't believe it, go some of my content online, and you will see what we do. Like I say, we give premium drinks, we give premium service. Everything is all included, except for the cigars and the hookahs, because they have their own business. But they will be out there if you want to partake in that. We got various vendors out there from all walks of life. So it's kid friendly, but I highly encourage people that have a child that comes to some of these rival games, like this Falcons and Saints. You might want to keep them at home that day. could get a little ugly out there. But for the most part, our events are kid friendly, man. Everybody's welcome,
Okay.
from old, grown, young, black, white. Oh, it don't matter. We play everything across the board. We don't discriminate with our tailgates. I control the music, so I'm playing everything from Luke Bryan to Lil Jon. You know what I
Hey,
mean? We go
that's
all
right
the
in my
way
alley.
in. Yeah, yeah. We have a good time out there. So anybody ever been, um, they know what it is. Yeah,
Definitely.
all inclusive. Am I read something? Yes, all inclusive. Yeah, yeah. Go to our YouTube page. Go to our Instagram, Facebook. You'll see all the content. I know a lot of people just talk the talk, but we really do this thing for real, and we take it on the road. We travel with it, and it's a beautiful thing. I hope everybody come out and support.
Definitely, man. Well, look, I appreciate you, brother. I know that you got to
Yep.
head out. And look, man, y'all stay safe.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Man, much love to my homeboy Lee Thomas, man. Much love to Lee Thomas. The tailgate party committee is gonna be crazy this year, man. The coach staff, you know, if you want to go have a good time at the tailgate, make sure that you check out my homeboy Lee Thomas and go ahead and become a member of the tailgate party committee. You know, go ahead and jump on there. I done jumped on. You might as well jump on too, man. But let's go ahead and start talking about this ball, man. We got a few things that we got going on. Vincent Taylor, he's done went down for the season. He had a season-ending Achilles injury. It's just hard to keep big boys on the field nowadays, ain't it? We also got a situation where a lot of people are talking about Deshaun Watson and Calvin Ridley. He's out for a year. Deshaun Watson, he just got suspended 6 games. What in the world? What's going on? So we look. We finna talk about all of it. Who's the shining stars? Who are the who are the people that just can't get right in training camp? We're gonna talk about it. So first of all, Vincent Taylor, unfortunately, he is out for the season. It's one of those cases where, unfortunately, he tore his Achilles. Now, uh, we were thinking that Eddie Goldman was gonna be that guy, right? Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Since Eddie Goldman, um, he retired on us in the middle of the night. Left us. Kind of like uh, Sean Payton left the Saints in the middle of the night. Had the Saints fan walking aimlessly around the bayou. That's kind of what Eddie Goldman did to us. Now, your guy who we thought was going to be the guy, he's hurt. So looks like Rush is legit our number one option at nose tackle, at that defensive tackle one tech position. So I guess my question to everybody in the chat is, do you think Rush is good enough to be that legit guy that could come in and take over that nose tackle spot? If you feel like he's that guy, put a one in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those cases where we might need to go in free agency, pick somebody else up, put a two in the chat, because it could just be Rush and Timmy Horn. That could be the option, or it could be one of those cases where we need to figure something else out. Redrick Young with the first Superman chat of the night. He says hashtag free Ridley. What in the world, bro? Well, look, y'all know the tradition. Y'all know how we have to do. Anytime people give the Superman chats, we got to make sure that we show them love. So I definitely appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much for donating to the channel. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Much love to you, family. Much love to you. Definitely. So let me see what everybody's saying in here. So let's see. Hold on. Molly Mall said, Big Low, the Saints will be better without Pay. Come on, bro. Come on. Sean Payton made y'all. Y'all done got the soggy foot, walking around there aimlessly around the bayou. Sean Payton made y'all. Definitely. Oh, and I'm sorry. Make sure that you hit that like button. I definitely appreciate everybody for watching tonight. Make sure that you hit that like button for old country boy. Cartier, Redrick, the kid, man, it seems like everybody don't think Rush can do the job. Like, what in the world? Millie Mills says one. Nah, but you can't sit on the fence, Millie Mills. It can't be one and two. You got to choose. Which one you gonna do, Bo? False Star Falcon, Brian Little. They say two. They say they don't think Rush could do it. JJ the Great, he also says two. False Star says rotation. Okay. So you think they need to switch them out? What you think? In every other series or something like that? Ricky Gaines says two. Coach said they're making transactions soon. So okay, I mean it could legitimately be the case where they could Try to look into, getting somebody else to play that one technique to fill up that A gap and that interior B gap. But I mean, moving forward, this is what we got, guys. Now, once again, I hate to go back. I hate to go back to this, but that defensive tackle spot. I mean, it's as important as it is. You know, you just have to be able to take on two blocks, to be able to have three hands on you consistently throughout the game. That's your main goal. Your main goal is that defensive tackle, especially in this scheme. Think about it, you're playing a 3-4 scheme. Well, that's what we're thinking. They're going to be running that odd man front most of the time. We're not looking at him to be penetrating. It's not going to be a penetrating kind of 3-4. He's not going to be an attacking 3-4 defensive tackle, attacking nose tackle. Nah, it's going to be one of those cases where he's going to be taking up blocks so he can create lanes for it. It's looking like Deshaun Jones or Rashad Evans or possibly Troy Anderson, depending on how he's looking at training camp. But I'm kind of intrigued about what we're going to do about that defensive tackle position. And I'm finna tell y'all something. That's important. You can't look. I'll put it to you like this right here. It's good that you seen the young man. I hate to say this. It's good that you seen the young man get into a fight on Saturday. That means that he got a little bit of dog in him. Fact of the matter is, everybody got K9 in them. The question is, what kind of K9 is it? Because even though a chocolate lab, is a big dog, chocolate lab, he ain't finna do nothing. He just gonna play with you. Is he gonna be a chocolate lab or is he gonna be a Rottweiler? That's the question. I ain't even gonna say is it gonna be a chocolate lab or a Chihuahua, because a Chihuahua bites you before a pit will. A lot of people don't know that. But the question is, what kind of dog is he gonna be? What kind of K9 does he got in the system? Redrick says you can trade Dion for a D-tap, and that's the thing, Coach. A lot of people are saying that Deshaun Jones, a lot of people are saying that's one of those cases where they tried to shop him and nobody wanted to take him. So I legit don't know. We're going to see what we got going on. Brian Little says, Big Low or the offensive line. Yes. And speaking of the offensive line, let's go ahead and jump into it, man. So that's another thing that we said that we were going to keep an eye on. I told y'all before the training camp started, the guy that I wanted to watch the most was Jalen Mayfield, right? Because we know how he got eaten up last year. They took his cookies from him. They took his cookies. You know how you was in school, you get your favorite kind of cookies at lunch. Somebody take the cookies off your tray. What you gonna do? You gonna take them? You gonna take them back, or you gonna let somebody else take your cookies? They took the man cookies. Brandon Hargraves took the cookies. Now here we are. Next season coming. They said that, hey, look, let's acknowledge the fact he started the season out of position. He played tackle his whole career in Michigan. Now he's playing left guard. That's a big transaction to make, right? I mean, that's a big transition to make. So moving forward, he's had a full year. He was baptized by fire. He looked terrible. And I know we can't go off of a handful of plays, right? But I'm finna tell y'all something. He legit looked like he didn't need to be out there. I mean, he looked like he might be I don't know, bro. I don't know. He looked like he was softer than Mayfield ice cream. Maybe that's where he got the last name from. Maybe he like Big Low, because I put my ice cream in the microwave. I don't like eating no hard ice cream. If it's slightly soupy, then we all good to go. Maybe I don't know. But I'm going to tell you something, Bo. Elijah Wilkinson is looking like he's going to be the starter. It's looking like Elijah Wilkinson and Ifedi are going to be your two new starters on the offensive line. I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't even mad at it, because I seen Ifedi take a rep against Ebiketie, I think today or yesterday, and Ebiketie ate the boy up. He swallowed him. He looked like he's played the position before. I mean, he basically looked experienced. And that's something that we haven't had in a long time. Let's be honest. Caleb McGarry, it's like we've been waiting for him to take the next step. Every now, sometimes he'll play well, but it's getting to the point now where we want consistency from Caleb McGarry. And I ain't gonna lie to you, Bo. I hadn't been getting it. You know, I hadn't been getting it. So if I could get consistency, I don't care how strong Caleb. I don't care if Caleb McGarry is stronger than a Fetty. Now I look at both of them standing next to each other. Fetty looks like he's the superior human being. Footwork, he looks like he's the superior human being. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you something. I think that's your starting right tackle, Bo. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on out there. I think that's your starting right tackle. Cartier said, "I'm a bank here. I'll take your yeah." They took the man cookies. Ricky Gaines says, "I think Mayfield needs to set another year or two to work on his technique. He got washed and dried the other. Yes, he did. He got hung out. He got left hanging out like grandma used to leave the clothes out on the clothesline. And then it rained on the clothes, so grandma just leave them out for 2 more days, just to make sure that they don't smell like mildew. Yes, that's pretty much it. And I've been telling you, same thing with Jalen Mayfield. So I guess my question to everybody is in the chat. So let's go ahead and start with Jalen Mayfield, because y'all know this has been heavy on my heart for this whole offseason. Jalen Mayfield, do you think he's going to be the starter this season? Because last year, with Andrews, they went ahead and it was one of those cases where they were saying Andrews wasn't going to be the starter, and then he was going to be the starter. So, do you think Jalen Mayfield is going to be a starter this year at the left tackle position? If you feel like he will be, put a one in the chat. If you feel like, Arthur Smith and you know Ragone and the offensive line coach are going to be moving on like Maya and Silk the Shocker, in the early 2000s, put a two in the chat. I legit want to know what y'all think. Sanchez, he put a two in there before I even finished. Before I even finished, Sanchez, two. That's rough right there, Bo. You don't need to be like that. B Tucker, he was like, no. Millie Mill says two. Padre, Padre, he be late to the party. You know how he be doing. Padre says Jalen Mayfield can start. He said he can start to get his act together. Man, see, you don't need to do that, man, like that. J Mal D, he says two. He says he don't think there's gonna be one of those cases where Jalen Mayfield is gonna be a starter. The kid said there is no way. What in the world? Y'all ain't giving Taylor Mayfield no kind of credit. B Tucker says two. Padre. ISO Joe says two. Fall Star Falcon says two. He says get Moose Tracks Mayfield out of where in the world? What's going on, Coach Wallace? I hope that you're doing good tonight, my brother. He said what we talking about. So we talking about the guys during the season. Well, I'm sorry, during the preseason that we were looking at, especially on that offensive line, are they going to be starting? So I was asking everybody about Jalen Mayfield, and it seems like I said one, if you think Jalen Mayfield still has a chance to start, two, if you don't. It seems like everybody's kind of done with him. They kind of moved. They call the man Moose Tracks Mayfield and all kind of stuff. And like I said before, guys, we can't really go off of a few plays that we seen in the highlights. The highlights are highlights for a reason, right? The highlights are highlights for a reason. Somebody did really good on a few plays. So we can't really go off of that. We ain't gonna really know unless we actually go to training camp ourselves and watch reps in succession, or we spotlight guys in preseason, right? So I definitely, we definitely need to keep that in mind. Jermaine Walton, he also says two. He says it ain't happening. What in the world? Corey Harris says two. JJ. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and move on down the line. So do you think Caleb McGarry is going to be the starter? Now, if you feel like he's going to start, put a three in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those cases where Mr. Fetty is going to be the guy that's starting, put a four in the chat. I legit want to know what y'all thinking. Legit want to know what y'all are thinking. And either way, if you feel like it's one of those cases where you just want the offensive line to be better and you want a way to express that, make sure that you hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, while I'm waiting on these votes and everything, make sure that you check out my homeboy, Mr. Lee, at the Tailgate Party Committee, because he actually has a YouTube page as well. Man, I seen a video the other day, but it was chilling out with Jamie Foxx. I was like, what in the world, boy? I want to chill out with Ray Charles too. Oh man, we're gonna be having a good time this season, boy. So let me see. Let me see what everybody's saying in here. Sanchez Lowe, Millie Mills, JJ the Great. They all think that, Caleb McGarry's time is done. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all see me scratching. Old country boy got in a little bit of poison ivy the other day. Yeah, so they think they think Caleb McGarry done, but I'm actually surprised because I'm seeing a few votes for Caleb McGarry being the guy for the right tackle for the Atlanta Falcons. J Maul, the kid, Padre, ISO Joe, they all think that Caleb McGarry is gonna go ahead and do what he needs to do. Coach Wallace says, I don't think that left guard spot is for Mayfield. He says he says 3. Brian Little. So I mean, it looks like it's kind of a split vote. Now, Ghost Pepper says, what happened to all the folks about McGarry is going to kill it this year because he put on muscle? A lot of people forgot. Brian Bosworth, he was jacked up too. How'd that work out? Exactly. Look, there's a lot of muscle-bound guys in the NFL or who were in the NFL that ain't really doing too much. I mean, Brock Lesnar, he worked out for the Minnesota Vikings. They said if he would have stuck with it, they said he would have got a roster spot. But he was just on SummerSlam on Sunday. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all see me sipping. Y'all know what it is. What's in my cup is in my cup. It might be water. It might be moonshine. But if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see you. But yeah. I mean, just because the young man put on muscle, that don't mean that it's finna go down like there's a whale in the boat. We legit can't say that, right? So I mean, that's something that we definitely got to keep in mind. False Star Falcon says Caleb McGarry's nickname in the locker room is Skates. He was skating around like Usher. Oh man, Granddaughter here says, yo, Big Low Kuntry, Coach Ronan, home mother, what's in this man's cup is in this man's cup. What's going on, my brother? Hope that you're doing good tonight, man. Hope that you're doing good tonight. But y'all are crazy. Miller Mill says, on the other hand, does the O-line really need to be world beaters? Now that you got a mobile quarterback, yes, they still need to be competent. And that's one thing that I want to touch on, guys. Just because you got a mobile quarterback, just because you got a little bit more speed in the backfield, because we know how Mike Davis used to run. Y'all remember how he used to run. I know y'all thought I was gonna do it. I ain't finna do it. But just because you got a mobile quarterback and you got a little bit more speed in the backfield, you still need to block. Like that's not gonna solve all your problems, right? See, that's the thing. See, that's the problem. People get a mobile quarterback. It's just like income taxes. You get people who get $10,000 for income taxes, and all of a sudden they just think they rich. They think they set for life. By the time April comes, you applying for jobs at the chicken plant again. Like, no, you can't. You got to keep doing what you're doing. You got to keep hustling. Then can you get you come across something, you can't give up, right? And that's the same thing with a mobile quarterback. Look, your mobile quarterback, that's an emergency situation. Think of it as a savings account. Just because he can run, that doesn't mean that he has to all the time, because that legit doesn't work. You say, oh well, I mean, we got a mobile quarterback. Offensive line don't got to be world beaters. This is still the NFL. Because think about it, there's a guy on the other side On the defensive line, his name is Miles Jack. He runs a 4.440, 4.540. So just because your quarterback runs a 4.4, 4.540, that don't mean nothing. You know what you're doing? You put your quarterback at risk to get hurt, right? So we want to be one of those cases where he runs only in necessity. You see what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a we you just put anybody back there. You put Lee Thomas, you put Big Low Country, you put Ghost Peppers at the left end. You let Coach Wallace, he could be the center and height the ball, and then you could put old False Start Falcon at the right guard. He's Marcus Mariota. He's Marcus Super Mario Oda. So we'll be fine. Like, no, you can't do that. You got to make sure that you protect your assets. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, let's make sure that we keep that in mind. Now, as far as the people who are looking good in training camp, well, first I wanted to ask the coaching staff who do y'all looking at when y'all seeing in these highlights and that y'all been hearing about on Twitter? Because man, I'm telling you, boy, Kevin Knight on the Falcoholic, he keeps me updated. You know, Twisted Torch, he's been keeping me updated of what's going on. Pound for pound, old Toby and my homeboy Jack Spade at one time for the fan, they keep me updated about what's going on. So I feel like I didn't miss out on too much. But who's been surprising you and kind of being that bright spot for you in training camp this season? I'm going to go ahead while everybody's giving me their votes and everything, because I definitely want to know what y'all are thinking on who's surprising you. I'm going to go ahead and put mine out there. I think, hey, Drake, that boy Drake, that boy Drake, that boy Drake London looks like he the real deal, boy. I ain't even finna lie to you. That boy, that boy running those things like it ain't nobody's business. Now I knew he was good. I ain't gonna lie to you, but because the crazy thing is, everybody was saying, "Well, look, coach, he's not fast," and y'all seen me at the draft. I wasn't too because I wanted some defense, right? I was getting tired of getting these tight ends, wide receivers early in the draft. I wanted some defense. I was like, man, he can't separate. He kind of like two sheets of paper. Whenever you got dry fingers, you can't separate them, right? Without licking your fingers. That's how Drake. Yeah, I was like all the catches I could test it, but on these one-on-ones, but he's making. There's a song Coach Ronnie she be listening to. Make it look easy, da 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 da. Say you made that thing look easy, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, oh man, shoot, so that's who I'm most excited to see because I'm trying to go to training camp on Saturday. That's who I'm most excited to see. Drake London looks like he's more than what was advertised. Now, I don't know if Coach Keith and Coach Noah are in here, but I'm hearing some really, really good things about George Pickens. And I heard somebody say on NFL Network today that they said they think George Pickens gonna be the best rookie wide receiver this season. But yeah, it's I ain't gonna lie to you, Drake. He looks like he's trying to do his thing, man. Foster Falcon says I'll die at right guard. No, coach, put me on the perimeter. Okay, I got you, coach. I got you. We'll put you out there. We'll put you out. I don't know if I can trust you though. I might have to put you on the right side. I don't know. Oh man. So Mills, he says Drizzy. Jermaine Walton, he says Phil Franks. And you know what? See, this is why. See, I like how y'all understand your assignment. See, you calling them Phil. Yeah, I know this started last year when I said, we ain't calling this young man Felipe, because that's not a quarterback name. And maybe we call him Felipe now. He playing tight end. But see, a year later, Jermaine, he's still sticking with it. He said Phil Franks. That's what I'm talking about, Bo. That's what I'm talking about. Coaching staff. That's what it's about. Look, once again, Ricky Gaines said that boy Phil Franks is looking like he should have took her spot last year. Man, see, that's what I'm talking. Now, the question is now, are y'all talking about whenever the video where he burnt Buddy? I think they put it up today or yesterday. Y'all talking about that? Or because I heard some really good things about him on Saturday. People was like, man, that boy Phil Franks, boy, he running these routes like because a lot of people don't know his brother plays tight end. So they said he's been training with his brother. The Jermaine says Phil Franks is him. He's him. ISO Joe. Phil. Everybody, y'all ain't getting naked for Phil Franks, is you? Oh man, B Tucky says Drake. The kid says he's looking at Drake London, AJ Terrell, Pitts, Hall, Phil Franks. Man, he just named a five-star foul. Said Drake, Drake. Oh man, JJ the Great says Coach Lowe. You see that video that Kevin Knight posted of Drake? Yes, yes, yes. And I was sitting here like, woo. I mean, we can't even knock Casey Hayward on that one. I mean, he just ate him up. He just ate him up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Drake, he's balling in training camp. He's balling, and look, let's admit it. A lot of the, a lot of the people, during the draft, right after the draft, I went live right at home. I was like, hey y'all, I don't know if I'm too crazy about this. See, that's the thing about transparency. You can look through it. So you can see through me. I was transparent with you. I like, look, y'all, I don't know about this one now. We're gonna see what they do in day 2 and day 3. And, here we are. We got Ebiketti. We got big calves finish halves, Troy Anderson. So we gonna see what it's looking like. We're gonna see what it's looking like. Coach Dre says Alden Tate. They say Alden Tate hasn't dropped the pass all of training camp. I think he made some spectacular catches. So that's definitely good. Coach Dre said Frank Darby. J Miles says Frank Darby looking like he finna get cut, beloved. Ain't enough room, Bo. Ain't enough room in there. Ain't enough room in there. Look, I do need y'all to do a country boy a favor. If you're excited about training camp and all of these names that we've been talking about, make sure you need a way to express it. Make sure that you hit that like button for me. I would definitely appreciate it. And I promise you, I'll dance at your wedding one day if you hit that like button for me. Definitely, man. Definitely. Twisted Torch in here. What in the world, Torch? What's going on, my brother? I was just telling everybody about how you were keeping me updated. I was like, look, man, Twisted Torch, he giving me the lowdown about what to look for at training camp. So I definitely appreciate that, my brother. Y'all make sure that y'all check out Twisted Torch TV on YouTube, man. Definitely. Torch said, hey, Coach Lowe, you going, he said, you going to training camp on Saturday? Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. That's the plan now. Now see, I know I kind of left you out there, on Saturday, this past Saturday. Don't blame me. I'm sorry. I thought it was gonna rain, but even though I seen that the forecast it said like 30% rain, I'm still going. So I will be there with bells on. I definitely be there with bells on, Coach. Um, Gadex boy says, "What in the world, Bo? What's good? What's going on, my brother? Hope that you're doing good today, man. Hope that you're doing good. This hump day. Y'all know what I say every week. Wednesday after lunch, it's all downhill from there. It's all downhill from there." Coach Wallace says, "Hey, Coach Lowe, Anderson is not looking too good in camp, and this is the player that y'all want to yeah, this is the player that y'all want to replace Dion." Hey, the thing is that I mean, you're right. Dion Dion has speed, but he also has that wiggle too, right? He can change direction quick. Troy Anderson, he's from point A to point B. He ain't point A, give you a little wiggle, stop, turn, then get to point B. No, he's point A to point B. He's that kind of speed. He's that downhill linebacker kind of speed. Deion Jones, he's that. Oh, we ain't going this way. Let me get over here. kind of speed. Deion Jones is side to side speed. So I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, you got to draw burnt off a couple times. You got to draw burnt off a couple. Look, there's a reason why Michael Johnson, right, and Dusty Gatlin didn't play cornerback in the NFL. There's a big difference between running a straight line, being reactionary. It's a huge difference, right? Mill says Troy Anderson might be a game type player. Let's see what he do next Friday. Okay, okay. I mean, you never know. You never know. That's the that's the thing about those situations where you have the one on ones. I feel like the one on ones is pretty much a game type situation. Now, one thing that we have to acknowledge about one on ones, very seldom does a quarterback have that much time to throw, right? But those one on one situations, I mean, they're very competitive. Yeah, anybody who played football or coached football or been around the game, one on ones, that's the time to shine. That's the time to shine. So it's one of those things, man. Granddad says our guy Big Low is winning all day, every day, and twice on game day. That's right, Bo. You already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. So, so we were talking about the wide receivers, right? And we named all of these guys, the Drake Londons. I mean, you can put Cordero Patterson in there. Alden Tate, Brian Edwards, Alameda Zacchaeus, all of these guys. You know what the crazy thing is, guys? The, the crazy thing is that Deshaun Watson has been at practice all week. Deshaun Watson has been at practice all week. All this stuff that he's done, he's been at practice all week and just got suspended for 6 games. What in the world? Like what in the world, Bo? You got Calvin Ridley over here. You know, I'm not saying anything Calvin Ridley did was right. I'm not saying that. Calvin Ridley was wrong. You don't bet on football. You don't bet on the sport that you're playing, right? But you know what? I'm not going to say but. What I'm saying is that it's crazy that we're here now, and and maybe this is just a little bit of big low conspiracy shining through, beloved. Maybe that's what this is. And maybe I'm just at the finish line before y'all had a chance to pass the baton, beloved. But I'm going to tell you something. The NFL was cool initially with that 6 game suspension. They were cool with that 6 game suspension. They were looking to see what the reaction was going to be. First of all, when has it ever took this long to come up with a ruling for a suspension? It has never taken this long. It literally took the whole off season. They were, and think about the timing whenever they announced it. They announced it like early, like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock on Monday morning, because they first of all they knew everybody was going to be talking about it all day long. But the fact of the matter is that they were cool with this 6 game suspension. They wanted to see what the world's reaction about it was, to see if everybody would be like, "Oh well, look, he didn't get charged with anything criminally, so it's gonna be okay." Like, nah, Bo. It's like think about this now. 66 women. We know that he got civil cases with what 20, 26, 27, 28 women. We know he got civil cases with all these women, but he got massages from 66 women in the span of 3 or 4 months. Like, so he was almost getting a massage once a day. Like, what in the world, Bo? What in the world? And Coach Wallace, he said, but look, but Coach, the NFL is appealing it. I feel like they're appealing it because of the backlash that everybody's giving them, right? because of the backlash that everybody's giving him. And I agree, Torch. It's kind of crazy. He only got 6 games, but Calvin really got a year. What in the world? Jamal D says, "Nah, I'm glad the NFL is appealing it. No way he deserves less than Calvin." And I completely agree. Like, they definitely need to, because it looks like just because the NFL owns the goalpost, feel like they kind of moving them, bro. Feel like they kind of moving them. Twisted says, "We got a lot of playmakers on offense, Big Low. Don't let Calvin come back to this." I mean, you got a point. You got a point. Cocker Spaniel Patterson chimed in. He says, "Look, Desmond Ritter is playing very well, playing really good football too." Cocker Spaniel Patterson. What in the world, bro? Cocker Okay. Okay. Oh man. But yeah. I mean, so I mean, I guess I want to ask y'all what y'all thought. Like, do you think this is one of those situations where the NFL? Well, first of all, do you think Deshaun Watson deserves more than 6 games? If you think he does, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those cases where Calvin Ridley, I mean not Calvin Ridley, but Deshaun Watson, you know, deserves those 6 games, put a 2 in the chat. So if you feel like he deserves more than 6 games, put a 1. But if you feel like it's, the 6 games are fine, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all are thinking. I just want to know what y'all are thinking. Let's see here. Coach Ghost Pepper says, "Hey man, if you're going to give Deshaun Watson 6 games for what he did, then Calvin should take the field the second half of game." I mean, you're right. You're right. He needs to sit out for a few plays. But game one, you need to be dressed up, taped up, and ready to go. JJ the Great says that he thinks he deserves more than 6 games. Now Edward Mitchell thinks that this is he thinks that this what they gave him is fine. Coach Grandizer and Coach Roney, um, they think that he deserves more than 6 games as well. Sterling thinks he deserves more than 6. Billy Mills says he thinks he has the right amount of games. JGP Jr., what's going on, Bo? Rise up to you, my brother. Much love. B Tucking, Gadex boy. They feel like he deserves more games. What in the world, man? What in the world? What's going on to you? He said football is back. Yes, football is back. Hall of Fame game tomorrow. You already know. You already know. Coach Wallace says 2. He says, no, he has already said last year, but I thought it was gonna be 8. Okay, okay. I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, you got a point. You got a point. Edwards said he done said the whole year already. But the thing is that whenever he said the whole year, and that was for a contract dispute, right? That was because he just didn't want to be there. Like, that wasn't due to a punishment. And he got paid. He got paid his full salary, if I'm not mistaken, or did he still get paid? I mean, I could be wrong. I'm wrong at least 15 times a day. But it's definitely no, that's definitely something to consider. I know. I see you in here, Jerry. I already know what time it is. But yeah, it's definitely something to consider, man. You know, I mean, y'all remember the live that we had whenever all of the allegations and details about the allegations came out. Coach Roney went crazy, put up that crazy thumbnail on there. Deshaun Watson in a more than a precarious position. Like, y'all remember? That image is gonna be etched in people's mind for a long time, Coach Roney. That's your fault. Because every time I see him, that's what I see. Oh man. Man, please. False Star Falcon says, he says it'll be 23 total games that he has missed. AK-41 should be on the zip list soon. Yeah. Miller says hashtag. He been saying this for close to a year now. Hashtag let Calvin go. he said it's the reddest course. Yeah, man, we play on Friday. Next Friday. It's gonna be football Friday, man. Game night. You already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. So Coach Wilder says no, it wasn't a contract dispute. The Texans just said he wasn't playing last year. Okay, okay, okay. So I thought he wanted to leave, um, but it was one of those cases where looks like they just had a miscommunication. I got you. Gadex boy says I'm ready to see the whole team in action. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. I'm ready to. I know tomorrow, like we said, it's the Hall of Fame game. But yeah, I don't care who's playing tomorrow. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. I know if I'm not mistaken, is it the Bengals and the golly, is it the Bengals? Let me take a look at this thing. Hall of Fame game. No, the Raiders and the Jaguars. The Raiders and Jaguars. Yeah. So I don't care who it is. I'm just ready for some football. Raiders and the Jaguars. Cartier says, really, he still be at the family barbecue. He still be at the family barbecue, bro. He still do. But yeah, man, yeah, I'm excited, and I get a chance to go to training camp on Saturday. That's that's the goal. I don't like telling people that I'm going to do something and then I end up not making it. But I'm definitely heading to training camp on Saturday, and I can't wait to get a chance to chill out with some other Falcons fans, and we can actually look and see what the progress is of this team together. It's definitely going to be exciting. Definitely going to be exciting. Yeah, I'm eager to see the Jaguars because I actually so in my league that I'm commissioner of, this is how we determine in the draft order this year. So this year, the draft order, the way that we're going to determine it is we're going off the point differential in the preseason, right? And the team that I'm picking is the Jaguars. I think Jaguars are going to have a pretty high point differential because they're going to have a lot of young players on the team, and I feel like they got a chance to be pretty good in the next couple of years. So yeah, I think the Jaguars are going to do pretty well. So yeah, that point differential, um, that's how I'm going to determine the draft order in my league this year. Granddaughter says, Coach Rona going to be at training camp with me too. I don't know. Coach Rona, she normally don't come. A lot of times, like she'll just drop me off. We got some family in the area, or she'll go and get her nails done. She says she don't be wanting to sit in the heat. I love it. It reminds me of my old coaching days. I just be mad I can't walk around and just talk trash, to the players, because that's what I be wanting to do. I be wanting to walk around, to be talking trash. Brian Little says, "Hey, Big Low, Las Vegas Raiders. That's my dad's." Okay, okay. Well, much love to Dad, man. Much love to Dad. Hopefully they have a good year this year. Dre says, I got the Raiders because Trevor Lawrence ain't playing tomorrow, though. Yeah, I know Trevor ain't playing tomorrow. A lot of the big name guys ain't gonna be playing. Granddad says, Big Low will be at training camp on Saturday. Come enjoy. Say hi to Big Low. Well, I appreciate it, Coach. I appreciate it. Coach Jared said, yeah, my Saints play next Saturday at the tip. Man, ain't nobody worried about them Saints, man. Ain't nobody worried about them Saints. You just tell your Saints to be ready. You tell them to be ready, Freddy, because whenever we come through there, it's going down. Coach Ross says, but Coach, uh, this shows how wishy-washy the NFL do towards players and owners in different cases. Yeah, you're right, Coach Wallace. This whole Deshaun Watson. I mean, think about it. You think about Deshaun Watson, then you think about Robert Kraft, right? Now, we were always taught, not just in the corporate world, but if you got a job in general, that the higher that you go up, the more responsibility that you have, right? Now, Robert Kraft, apparently he did some inappropriate things at the massage parlor, but I mean, he kind of got a slap on the wrist. I mean, and that's kind of what people talk about when they say, "Hey, man, it's a good old boys club." A lot of times people get away with with a lot of stuff. Jared says hashtag about to go to you already know. It's about to go down. Cartier says Superman chat pool for the channel. Superman chat pool, you already know. Cartier says, can we do a pool on Yahoo Sports for fun? The channel pool? Huh. Superman chat pool for the hey, you know what? I might check that out, coach. Might see what we need to do. You know, um, yeah, I might check that out. I tell you what, whenever you get a chance, send me an email after the show. Just let me know what you got in mind, and we'll see what we can do. Set up a pool for the channel. You know, have a little bit of camaraderie. That's the beautiful thing about it. That's the beautiful thing about it. Cardi says, Big Low, either a pool or a bracket for the channel. Okay, okay. Coach Jerry says, Big Low. He said, at the end, you already know it, Coach. At the end of the day, we all family. We don't look. We got a lot of respect for each other. That's the beautiful thing about this channel. And the people that this channel help represent. We got a lot of respect for everybody. I love hearing everybody's opinion. Ramsey Ward says, "What's in the world, Bo? What's going on with your family? What's going on with you?" So for everybody that's just coming on, and if you are just coming on, make sure that you hit that like button for me. I definitely would appreciate it. But for everybody that's just coming on, we've been talking about a few things. Y'all know how I do. I always kind of go off on tangents about other things, but um, I also go back and kind of re-hit on what we were talking about because I know that a lot of times y'all don't got enough time to just sit and listen to me talk for an hour and 30 minutes. But yeah, we were talking about what the 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 people who are exceeding expectations and the people who are falling miserably in training camp. We were talking about that. We were talking about um, this defensive tackle position. If Rush is gonna legit be the guy, Rush and Timmy Horn, or if they're gonna make some sort of transactions. We were talking about the offensive line. Seeing because we see that we got two new starters in the offensive line now, in Elijah Wilkinson and Afedi. So yeah, I mean we got a few things that we've been talking about today. So we're talking about Deshaun Watson, the whole Deshaun Watson debacle. Um, I think that the NFL was behind pretty much all of this. I feel like the appeal was reactionary. They're trying to make sure that they're trying to make sure that their PR department isn't looked at too negatively. So there's a few things that we're talking about today. And right now, because y'all know what's in my cup is in my cup. Right, as of right now, I'm feeling froggy. So if y'all want to talk about any of it, make sure to let me know. Oh man, Milan says, we got a lot of respect for you, Big Low. What in the world? Well, look, I got a lot of respect for you too, my family. I got a lot of respect for you too. Definitely do. Definitely do. Um, let's see here. Randall Ward says, "Hey, Low, I don't have a like button. I have a what in the world, Bo button. That's what I'm talking about, Bo." That's what I'm talking about, my brother. Well, y'all make sure that y'all hit that what in the world, Bo button. I make sure y'all hit that what in the world button. Prove it's in here. What's going on, my brother? Hope that you doing good tonight, man. Definitely, definitely. I appreciate you coming on and chilling out with the coaching staff. Definitely do. Definitely do. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. Um, I think people are talking about this They said it happened on Monday. Marcus Mariota had this scramble. Said it was a broken play. He took off running. Said he got about 30 yards, or it might have happened on Saturday or Sunday. But they said he took off running, ran for 30 yards, threw the ball in the crowd, all hyped and everything. I'm just looking at these throws and where he's placing these throws. I'm just looking to see if they're coming here, if they're coming here, if they're coming here, they're coming here, they're coming here, they coming here. I'm looking at all that. I'm telling you something, Bo. These throws look legit. These throws are looking legit. I mean, I'm sitting here like, man, could this be a situation where Desmond Ritter sits for a couple of years because Marcus Mariota is just that good? Could this be the case? Could we legit have our quarterback situation figured out for the next 15 years? I'm hoping that this is true because as much positivity that I've heard about Marcus Mariota, I'm hearing a lot of positivity about Desmond Ritter too. Millie Mills, I'm sorry, Marcus Mariota. Marcus Super Mario. As much as I've been hearing very positive things about both of them. So is it one of those cases where we have our quarterback situation figured out? Ghost Pepper said exactly, Coach Lowe. Robert Kraft got a slap on the wrist for taking frequent trips to Johnny. Oh, hold on. Okay. He said exactly, Coach Lowe. He said exactly, Coach Lowe. Robert Robert Kraft got a slap on the wrist for taking frequent trips to Johnny Gill's rub you the right way massage parlor. You ain't right, Coach. I can't fool with you. Oh man, I had a funny story. I have bad memories whenever I hear that song because the song came out. I was like 5, 6 years old, and I was singing the song, and apparently I was doing too much hip thrusting. I got in trouble. Mama Country said, "Boy, what you doing? You can't be doing all that hip thrusting." I was like, "What? I'm just singing the song like Johnny Gill. When I feel and run." Like, she's like, "No, you can't be doing that." So to this day, I still have negative memories about that song. Let's get it. What in the world, bro? Much love to you, man. Oh man, y'all are crazy, boy. Y'all are crazy. To rub you the right. Oh my God, boy. Cartier says Marcus Mushroom Unstoppable. What? I guess from Marcus Super Mario to okay, all right, okay, I got you. I got you. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, I'm seriously looking at this as now, I'm also hearing, great things from Colts training camp saying that Matt Ryan, they had to slow it down because Matt Ryan is having everybody, practice at such a high rate of speed and everything. And we've been through that, but we're moving forward. We can't focus on what somebody else is doing, right? It's like going through a breakup. Oh man, A Love says, "What in the world, Bo? What's going on? What's going on, family? I hope that you're doing good." Yeah, yeah, that's all I used to hit back in the day, boy. I used to get into it. Oh, Granddad said, "Big Low, you were 5 when that song came out." He said, "I was getting ready to go overseas." Yeah, I was little. I don't know exactly how old I was, but I just remember that my hip thrusting was inappropriate, according to Mama Country. Let's get it. Says, I hope all the coaches are doing well. Many blessings to all. Many blessings to you, Coach. I definitely appreciate that, my brother. Definitely appreciate that. Cartier says, Matt? Matt? Oh man. But yeah. I mean, I'm really enjoying watching the one on ones. They're very exciting to me because there's so many unknowns, right? It's like I know somebody put up. They was like, "Oh man, Kyle Pitts just burnt Michael Walker," and I was like, "What else is new?" Like we knew that was coming. Like you know what I'm saying? If it would have been if it would have been a situation, there was a shot taken to Kyle Pitts on a 9 route, and Michael Walker deflected it, then I would have had some issues. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have had some issues. In that particular case, when I see Kyle Pitts continue to proceed up the field, I was like, okay, let's see how close Michael Walker is. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, the one on ones, they feel like they're more exciting than they ever been. Because, like I said, you got a bunch of unknowns. It's like I have to keep reminding myself, Marcus Mariota is the quarterback, right? And like I said the other day, it's like people forget. And I'm gonna tell you something. It's one of those cases where Drake London, he's kind of like, and I tell people this all the time, and forgive me if I start getting too philosophical on you. I know y'all get here to hear sports talk, but I tell people all the time in life, try to be like a Matthew Stafford in life. Yeah, y'all might not know where I'm going at with this. No, Matthew Stafford, great quarterback, one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Seriously, continues to be overlooked, disrespected, but moving forward, everybody's like, "Oh man," but Joe Burrow, you know, they put up a poll of like all the best quarterbacks in the league, and like Joe Burrow was like 5, 6 spots over Matthew Stafford, the same Matthew Stafford that just won a Super Bowl. It's like in life, be a Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford doesn't make too much noise. You know, whenever a change needs to happen, he'll speak up for himself. You know, everybody in the profession knows how good Matthew Stafford is. In life, be a Matthew Stafford, right? I mean, he's good. You got other guys out here, they're good too, but they haven't proven themselves like Matthew Stafford, right? Like they, let's acknowledge it. Let's acknowledge it. There's a lot of quarter. Think about it. And what's the kid's name from San Diego? Justin Herbert. And Justin Herbert's getting all this fanfare. He's a really, really good quarterback. Justin Herbert hasn't done half as much as Matthew Stafford's done. But who's getting the most fanfare? Matthew Stafford won a freaking Super Bowl. Dueled with Tom Brady. Beat Tom Brady. Right? I mean, twice. Should have beat him last year. I mean, Matthew Stafford is consistently underrated, and moving forward, it's one of those cases where it's like, he just goes on about his business. He just goes on about his business, and then he'll go ahead and continue to make the plays that he needs to make. So I'm just saying, in life, be a Matthew Stafford. Be a Matthew Stafford. A Love says Matthew Stafford is like put your head down and continue moving forward, grinding and grinding. You already know it. You already know it. Long Haul 504 says this is the year of the Falcons, Dirty Bird. You already know it, bro. You already know. A Love says, he says, Big Low, are you somewhere new now or are you just on vacation? Nah, I'm in Coach Roney's office. There's a lot of things going on in the Big Low Country household, and my setup is kind of taken down right now. So, yeah, I'm in Coach Roney's office, trying to see what we can get done. Definitely, definitely. Cartier says, Drake, Pitts, and Cordless, the new hot boys. Not what in the world? Cordless Patterson. Really? You try to slide that one in there on me? Yeah, I'm in Coach Roney's office. Yeah, we at home. Reggie said he pulling up training camp on Friday. Definitely, man. Definitely. Go ahead and pull on up. Let us know. Let us know what you find. But yeah, I'm just saying in life, be a Matthew Stafford. There's gonna be people who get a lot more fanfare than you get. You know how good you are, right? It's kind of like there's a family member who it's like he's always having the alpha male conversation, right? he's always he's always having the alpha, and then he's one of those guys to be like, hey man, him, he's not an alpha male. He's like him, Big Low, man, he ain't no alpha male. Nah, it's one of those cases where it's like I seen something on Instagram. It was earlier today. It was like, look, if you know who you are, you don't have to prove who you are or what you are to anybody, right? It's always the people who are trying to prove themselves to everybody else, and those are the ones that do all the talking, right? So if you have people saying, "Hey, I'm an alpha male," it's probably a good chance they ain't an alpha male. You know what I'm saying? If you look at how they act around the people who they say aren't alpha males, to see if they change, then you know. And the fact of the matter is that think about this, guys. A lot of people don't even know what the definition of alpha male is. So look, that's a whole nother role right there. Bill says, "Low, what about Kwiatkowski, guy? How is he looking?" Now, from what I hear, everybody said that he's looking pretty good. They say he might be you know, one of the surprises in the linebacker room. So your linebacker room is looking pretty heavy too. So I mean, we gonna see. We gonna see. A Love says, "Hey, where's that big comfortable couch that you usually sit in? I want it because that look like it's some comfortable chair. Hey man, that that big comfy couch is out there in the garage. Yeah, it's out there in the garage. Red Swan says, Big Low, what do the Pats owner Robert Kraft and the Dolphins owner Stephen Ross have in common? Uh, the Brady scandalous. Tom Brady is scandalous. Wow, coach. I mean, you got a point though. You got a point. It's a very scandalous situation. And I'm pretty sure Grandizer uh could 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 attest to how scandalous that Tom Brady and um what is it, the tampering accusation that the Miami Dolphins had. So yes, it's Grandizer. He says 3 more likes to get to 50. Please get the likes past 50. Thank you. Look, if y'all could do that for me, I promise you I'll dance at your wedding one day. And y'all know I can cut a rug. Y'all see me, you know, give you the lowdown. So look, y'all make sure that y'all hit that like button. Y'all make sure. Red Swarm says 2 more. So we're 2 more from getting to the we're 2 more from getting to that goal of 50. So make sure that you hit that like button for us. Definitely, definitely do. Man. A Love says with all the allegations and scandals that Tom Brady has been in, do you think that he should still go down in the Hall of Fame? Oh, I mean, look, at the end of the day, he still played really, really good football. Um, yes, he's been a part of many, many scandals. But yeah, I think he's still gonna go to the Hall of Fame. I think he still should, because even if let's say, if he would have won four less Super Bowls, right? He still would have been a Hall of Fame player. So I mean, he definitely had the most optimal situation, but that's pretty much how it is. That's pretty much how it is. Definitely. Tom Brady. Oh man, well look, man, I ain't finna hold y'all up tonight. I know that A lot of y'all got to get to work, or I know that a lot of school started back earlier this week. put that put that in, Sean. I know the school started back earlier this week, so a lot of people are getting a chance to, go ahead and get in the process of taking kids back to school and getting school clothes and everything like that ready. I'm sure a lot of people's timelines on Facebook and Instagram are a lot of pictures of uh, looks like the same pictures of everybody's kids in their back to school clothes. Oh man. Billy Bill says, do your dance, Big Low. Do your dance, put my thing on. Do your dance, Big Low. Do your dance, put that thing on. Oh man, well look, man, I need y'all to stay safe. Please don't do anything that I would do. And y'all take care, man. Y'all be easy. Y'all already know we ready.